Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm White Lightning and welcome back to Star Wars Empire at War Principles of War series, playing in the Thrawn's Revenge mod, liberating the galaxy as the New Republic. Hopefully going to be liberating a lot of the galaxy today in today's episode, including Delacrix, because if we conquer that planet, we get a couple of Victory Star Destroyers, which would be super rad. So that'll be our objective today. Last time we defended in many places, took Dasucha from the Hutts and defended in many other planets, many other locations from different invading neighbors. Really concerning that the Empire is building up a large fleet of 616 fleet power there, probably gearing up for an attack on Chardaan. We have fought off 600 pop fleets before, but at Chardaan, but yeah, interesting. I'm actually going to leave Nance here over Tynna, and hopefully they'll see that, the AI will see that, and the Empire will see that and be like, oh, we only need to send 400 pop over to take Chardaan, and then I'll be able to move Nance in and be like, surprise sucka, and kill a slightly smaller fleet, although 400 pop still nothing to snicker at, can't get too cocky there. I did a little bit of building up in between episodes, but also split up Sov's fleet just a little bit. I'm going to leave Home 1 and a Liberator. Actually, that's a terrible idea. Why would I leave them parked over Slay-Hayron? I am not going to do that. I'm going to move those guys back because of that ion cannon on Slay-Hayron would start nailing. It nails random units every month that turns over with a ion cannon or hypervelocity gun on the surface of the planet. And so I would lose either a Home 1 or a Liberator to that surface to space, ground to space weapon. So don't want to do that. What I do want to do is take Akbar's fleet and move it up here and pop this fleet over Ubrikkia, especially if I can get there before they build their shipyards, so they don't have any shipyard garrisons. That would be really cool. This will probably be just a raid. Don't feel like moving to Ubrikkia yet. Our initial target, and our target right now, is going to be going for Honoghr. Also want to grab these 3 quasars that I had built for Sov's fleet and have them move up here to Dasucha. Enemy fleet is invading Chardaan. Okay, and it looks like they are sending the whole Monty. So, oh, come on. Yep, there's Ubrikkia. Okay, so I gotta be quick moving Nance over to Chardaan when that Imperial fleet comes in. But let's take care of this Ubrikkia battle first. Could have been maybe a little more proactive in dealing with the in dealing with the build up on Follis. Maybe could have done some raiding. Didn't have spies or any vision there though, and it looks like they did get their capital shipyard. Dang, not what I was hoping for. But let's wait for them to spawn in and see how their forces get lined out. Yeah, like we do. Oh yeah, quite a bit coming from that capital shipyard. A couple of Karagas, Sajin, a couple Sajins, and then this voracious carrier. So good thing we have Daddy Akbar on our side, because he is awesome. Bring in him, bring in Farlander, and then and they have an ion cannon here. Totally forgot about that as well. And then let's bring in all of our quasars, try to keep them back on the back line. Dauntless up here as well with the MC-80B. A couple of Liberty frigates. Been a couple episodes since we used any of Akbar's forces. We'll also bring in this little Namana light cruiser. Bring him in a little farther back, in the back there. And then our point defense ships to give us some anti-fighter capability, anti-bomber capability. We'll leave it there. We'll leave it at that for now. I'm probably not going to try for any ship captures in this fight, even though we have a boarding shuttle in the fleet. Although you never know, right? Maybe the opportunity will just be too good and we won't be able to resist. So I reserve the option. Grab our fighters and bombers and have them start going for, I guess, this Sajin. Liberator, you can stop because you're not super tanky. And we'll get our jamming up there. Namana, you are also not tanky. Our fleet moving in there. X-Wing's doing dogfighting. Hutt ships blowing up, which has been kind of a pattern over the last few episodes. Been pretty successful against the Hutts. Akbar's doing okay. Let's move Akbar even farther ahead and have him start deliberately targeting that voracious. Actually, I'll just right-click Akbar ahead and he'll shoot at whoever he shoots at as he gets up there. Nebulon Tender, I want you farther back. You are way too far up. We'll help you out with these smaller ships over here. to start working on that Karaga. And then Farlander, you can move up as well. Now that Akbar is closer, he'll hopefully start taking some of the heat off of our other ships. We've still got our 2 Nebulon tenders, yes we do. And we've got these Quasars back here being attacked by this random squadron of very brave Hutt bombers. Have a couple X-Wing squadrons there to help out, and Wedge's unit as well. Okay, ion cannon this time going for the Farlander, which is fine. And there we go, we are pretty much set. Oh, see, this is the time. If I wanted to try to get a capture on a Sajin, this would be the time to do it, maybe. Maybe start targeting some of these smaller ships that are around it. Ooh, do I go for it? Let's try it. This is probably a terrible idea. Oh gosh. But yeah, and I'll bring in a couple other ships around it, just to, again, give the enemy something else to shoot at in this area that is not a boarding shuttle. Start attacking there, and forward. Let's see if we can take the Sajin. Please, please, please. Nope, not successful. Oh well, so it goes. Didn't lose anything for trying. It was a relatively safe capture attempt, so can't be too mad about that, really. Grab all of our fighters and bombers and have them go in straight for the shipyard, and we can go ahead and fast forward and finish this off. So, do hope everyone's enjoying the series. I am having a ton of fun playing it. I love Empire at War, love Star Wars, really. One thing I've been doing lately is buying, just a few at a time, some of the paperback books from the old Star Wars Legends books and series that were coming out in the 90s and 2000s that I read when I was a kid, when I was growing up, when I was in school. Really enjoyed many of those books. Didn't enjoy some of them, which is why I'm being kind of selective about what I'm actually picking up. But, let's see, do I want to... Ooh, do I want to go over and try to pop this fleet over Kashyyyk? Maybe. Actually, you know what? First things first, before I forget, before it's too late, let's try to move Nance over to Chardaan in time. And then I will go ahead and queue up Akbar to go over to Kashyyyk. Okay, and we made it just barely in time. Yeah, that is good. And this is a 653 popcap fleet with 1 admiral in it, Delic Krenel, who has command tier 5. Not as good as Nance with his command tier 9, so that's a good sign. But otherwise, going to be a little bit of a fight. Like I say, we've done this before. I'm not going to get cocky. What I am probably going to do, though, let's see. Let's see what their fleet looks like spawned in here. And I'm going to do the similar setup that we've seen working so well for us before. Going to get Nance back here on this side, and then pretty much everybody else in the fleet, we're just going to have turtle up between these 2 large stations here. So everybody, move on back. Move on back.
Full speed ahead.
Yes, sir.
Move on back.
Roger that.
There we go.
Armed and ready.
And then let's take a look. They do have their impeller carrier in. There it is. That is chunky. That is a very large, not technically canon in the Legends canon. It is a Fanon design, but that is a very large Imperial carrier. Yeah, 83 pop cap, so tons of fighters. So our fighter advantage that we're kind of spoiled having normally in these fights, these defenses of Chardaan, probably not going to be here, at least not to the same extent in this fight. But you know, we'll do what we can do.
Weapons charged.
I'm going to ion cannon this lead, Star Destroyer, actually, just for fun. And let's see if we can get this MC-80 back and away. Save this one.
Copy.
Our A-Wings start going after their bombers. What I am going to do, and I've started saying this sentence like 4 times already, so I'm going to finish it this time, is I'll probably fast forward through this battle, and if anything interesting happens, I'll stop it, but otherwise, you guys have seen me defend Chardaan before, you've seen me do big station defenses before. It's not going to be that huge, or that groundbreaking, or that novel, probably. So, actually, you guys should not be in Group 2, you guys should be something else entirely. So we'll move you back, because you're not the garrison units. And I like to keep the garrison units up ahead, keep them a little bit safer. Or keep my main fleet a little safer, keep the garrison units a little more under threat. But yeah, I will go ahead and fast forward this footage, and you guys can see me hopefully win this fight.
are victorious.
Okay, so that was a successful defense, but barely. I very nearly lost Nance. Now, I don't know if you were able to see it, and I don't know, obviously, in advance how I will have cut that and edited that to show, but Nance was down at one point to only one hangar bay because I got him a little out of position, charged him forward thinking that they didn't have quite as much in reserve as they did, and then they brought in like 4 Star Destroyers and started wailing on him, and I wasn't able to get him turned around and back to the safety of the station fast enough. Had to bring the rest of the fleet up and was barely able to save him, and with tending support additionally was barely able to save him. Yeah, that was close. That was really kind of dodgy. Let's go ahead and build up a little bit more on Tynna actually, and then let's see, we have Mon Mothma here. I've decided to start building up a new fleet as kind of like a backup. Or additional fleet, a subsidiary fleet. I'm going to make that mostly of the Celestian ships just because I think they're cool, and I think it's kind of cool to stick with the theme. So let's start that going, and then we can plug that in up somewhere where we're going to need it. But yeah, that was a little bit of a nail biter because I don't like to lose heroes, don't like to lose admirals. They did bring some extra units in. It looks like some ground units though, so we might actually be able to get some ground kills in space, which always seems fun. Feels a little bit war crimey because those shuttles are like not super armed, but I don't know, if the game allows it, we're gonna do it. No way for them to surrender, right? They could retreat, but no retreat, no surrender. So this is another one of those Imperial impeller carriers. So we're gonna try to deal with that first. I'm gonna actually bring in Akbar clear over here on this side. And then, like we do, the Quasars clear in the back. And this will be a big fighter battle, but we'll have our fighter combat specialists, fighter combat bonus from Parlander here. So that's going to be awesome. I love that I modded that for myself. Crazy, huh? Crazy how that worked out. How fortunate for me. Being ironic, of course.
Location confirmed.
Bring in some point defense. Akbar's fleet honestly could use a little bit more point defense. Wouldn't be mad about that. Let's get him turned around though and started to work on that impeller coming in first, even before the ISDs, is awesome. If we can defeat that before the ISDs come in, that would make me really happy. So let's get our bigger ships turned around a little bit towards the front line, and we'll have our little ships set as Command Group 1. Bring in a couple of these DP-20s as well to help out. And then all fighters and bombers, which we have fewer than I would expect for some reason. That's interesting. For some reason our big capital ships here don't seem to be spawning the fighters and bombers, it's only the Quasars. Don't like that. Yeah, we might be seeing that bug in. So I talked a little bit last episode about how this version of the mod that I started my version of the mod on is technically bugged. Are they getting fighter spawns? Yes, they are. And how that has been kind of a problem for us throughout. Yeah, we should have like H-wings off of these MT-80s and stuff like that. Unfortunate. Yeah, and I was talking about how the mod has released an updated version that is not bugged. But to get to that version, I would basically have to restart the campaign. And I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do that. If I were to do it, I would just replay, and you guys would see the next episode as like a continuation. I would just replay so that the map and the fleet build up, and our general strategic situation would be identical to where it is the last episode you guys could see, but I don't want to do it because it would just take more work and more time and more recording, and I don't want to do that, and I don't want to risk delaying videos because right now I'm releasing 3 videos a week. That might have been a little bit ambitious for what I can sustain and what I can commit to tempo-wise, but yeah, if these bugs continue, might not really have a choice. So we do have some fighters and bombers, which is useful. We do... Oh, and I can't bring in an interdictor. So they're going to make it out with 4 Star Destroyers because I didn't bring in my interdictor because I wasn't thinking about it. So my bad, human error there. But we'll at least have caused them to retreat. Yeah, we won't get those ground units in space either, which is the easiest place to kill them. Won't get them there either. But we will have neutralized Kashyyyk as a threat for the time being. And we can bring Akbar's fleet back to... Yeah, I think we will bring it back to Emberlane for right now. Because the Hutts could still surprise us. I don't know what they have on Bimasari. They could still YOLO a fleet out of Bimasari through Ubrikkia and hit Emberlane. And I would prefer for them not to do that. So, let's take what we were planning on doing at like the beginning of the episode now. Let's take Sov's fleet, and it looks like the Empire... Oh, interesting. What do they have going on here? So they have Antinous Tremaine. They have Bly. They have Parnet. And they have Walaran. So, a lot of units here. They must have, I guess that's just legitimacy groups that got put in for them that they unlocked and happened to spawn on Honoghr, which is not the place that they wanted to do that, probably, because I am about to jump on top of them like a ton of bricks with Sov's fleet. There's that, yep, couple of units coming in on Bathawoi. I am kind of intending to build up this force that's on Emberlane currently into its own invading army, because keeping Luke's army running around the whole galaxy is not tenable. We need another primary invasion army, and I think at Emberlane we have the really good core of it. Building additional armored freerunners there, of course. Waiting for those quasars to get into Sov's fleet, and it looks like they have made it, so we'll go ahead and attack Honoghr. Sov. Running a little bit of a risk because they could get behind us and get to Nar Shaddaa, so I'm probably going to fight this fight and then bring Sov's fleet back as quick as we can and park them back over Nar Shaddaa. Let's go ahead and begin here.
Come across enemy units.
Take a look at all the Imperial admirals we're about to take out. I'm going to learn from my mistakes from last time. I'm going to bring in an interdictor. Also going to bring in our home one here, kind of central to the map. Again, not too far forward. They do have that hypervelocity cannon, which I need to keep in mind. And yep, that's it. It's firing. It's going for the home one as expected. We'll bring in Sov. We'll bring in MC-80s. We'll bring in Dauntlesses. I'm not worried about this fight, and like I say, the opportunity to take out some of these Imperial admirals is pretty exciting. Bring in a couple of Liberators, bring in our assault frigates. Tender, point defense, Nebulon Bs. I'll be really interested to see what happens fighter-wise from this particular set of units. So we got fighters out of the home one, and we're getting fighters out of everything else, looks like, including the Quasars. Okay, so everything's working for right now. This home one is way farther up because I was paying attention to the fighter spawns. Should these assault frigates have fighters? No. Okay. That makes sense, I guess. I just feel like I'm kind of light on the fighters. Like, the Dauntlesses should be spawning some. This MC-80B should have spawned one, and I don't think it did.
They're coming around.
Much to be concerned about. And maybe I will have to end up restarting the save, restarting the campaign. Like I say, it won't actually matter, and maybe I should have just done it and not talked about it before people watch these videos, but whatever. Transparency, right? It's a good thing. That's some people like. And we have lost shields on the home one, so let's move our tenders and our point defense over, try to keep their bombers a little bit more under control than we have been doing. And let's work on. Yep. So they're pretty much done. Their admirals are pretty much taken out, or at least their big Star Destroyer admirals taken out. Still got a couple of little guys kicking around. Oh, but they're ground heroes. Okay, well that's super special then. I have special medicine just for you guys. Actually, no, I don't want to do that. I forgot. I don't have anything strong enough to take on these KDY strikes. So let's instead do the reasonable thing and bring our main fleet up to deal with those forces there. Fighters and bombers, again, a little light. I don't think I'm getting the full complement of fighters and bombers that I'm owed. Fighters and bombers, though, start working on the Golan. And my main fleet shouldn't have any trouble taking out these little remaining Imperial ships.
Y-wing here.
Okay, and very soon, successful Conquest of Honoghr. I'm wondering, so I'm continuing playing. I'm going to capture Honoghr. We're only 20 minutes into the video too, and I want to capture that, at least the time lapse or the fast forward of that additional Chardaan defense on camera. I don't want to reload the save and have to restart and re-record the episode. But I'm thinking, well, I'll play through to the end of the episode and then reload and see what situation we're in. Dasucha is good. Oh, crap. Crap on a cracker. I totally forgot that there was an enemy fleet invasion notification. What are they sending at us? 79 fleet pop. We have a shipyard and we have, I think, a level 2 Golan. So not nothing. But against 79 fleet, a 79 strength fleet, I don't know if we're going to be able to win this. We'll try though. We'll see if we can kill anything. It's not impossible, especially if they deploy staggered and if we get really lucky. If we get really lucky with a lot of things. Also, they're going to maybe split up their forces a little bit. They're going to have a lot of fighters, so that's going to negate pretty much any fighter advantage that we would otherwise have. We have basically, okay, we get a fair number of fighters spawning in too, so that's nice. I'm thinking we'll keep everybody tucked close in by this Golan. Oh, it's just a Golan 1 day. Okay, so the Golan 1, it has a hull of 4600 and a shields of 4600, which basically matches one of their mist carriers. Now these mists have medium dual turbo lasers, which is not great. The Terraphons have a lot of turbo lasers, so they're going to be doing a lot of hull damage against us. This Pulsar cruiser with its ultra heavy ion cannons is going to be able to peel through our shields, or at least that's what they're going to be trying to do probably. So I'm thinking of grabbing fighters and bombers and sending it in. They don't have any point defense, which is nice, and most of their fighters are back so far. I'm thinking of sending fighters and bombers in ahead to try to knock out the ion cannons on the Pulsar, because the longer we can keep the shields alive on this Golan, the better our chances of actually winning this. I'm not optimistic. We have some point defense here, but they're not going to be coming at us with very many missiles. That being said, that'll be a good counter to their bombers, so that'll be nice. So E95s, you guys are going to basically suicide into these fighter formations, and you're going to be the dogfighters here. While our bombs go in, that's half the shields, oh, almost all of the shields on the Terraphon down. Their formation is decently spread out, which, as we've seen, is useful. They do have this beta cruiser as point defense. So let's focus on that. See if we can take this down, and then we got one set of ultra heavy ion cannon batteries down. Y-Wings, I'm actually going to have you start working on the shields on the Terraphon, and then the X-Wings with your light proton torpedoes and the Golan. I'm going to have you go after the ultra heavy ion cannon battery. Okay, so that is... Oh, and they have the heavy triple ion cannon batteries as well on the Terraphon. That's the Terraphon almost down. Still have full shields on the Golan. Still have assault frigates at full health. And these have 2100 shields, 2400 health each. So I'm not... yep, they're going to be bringing stuff in faster now though. So let's go for this Terraphon. Let's go power to weapons on our assault frigates while we can. Get the light triple turbo laser batteries in, and then let's get all of our fighters and bombers to start attacking their mists.
Station ready.
And the Golan,
Primary target
you
acquired.
can start working on the mists as well. We'll have our assault frigates still go after this Terraphon. Prioritize the medium turbo lasers first, because that's what's going to be doing the most damage to you.
They're coming around. They're on my tail.
Okay, this assault frigate is not feeling too good.
They're coming around.
We still have a point defense ship. They are... Oh, yep, let's get this Corvette back here and start dealing with these fighters. Or these bombers, rather, because they are dropping bombs on our Golan, and we don't like that. Okay, meanwhile, we've almost got this Terraphon down. We've lost an assault frigate. We've almost got the shields down on one of the mists. It's not impossible that we could see a retreat. It's not impossible. X-Wings are still dogfighting. They've killed our Y-Wings. We might get another one or two spawn in. we've taken out
Target those lasers. Ready for action. Our lasers are inoperable.
the shields on one of their mists. We still have one goal. We still have the Golan with partial shields. Their mists are kind of clipping into each other, so this is going to be kind of hard to target. I'll have the Golan prioritize the hangar bays on this mist that's wounded.
Our target priority is no good. I can't maneuver.
Got the Nebulon B. Let's get you up there. They've actually done some bomber damage to our shipyard, which is kind of whack.
Try not to let one on your tail.
And I guess, honestly, at this point, I think the best thing to do is go for their turbo lasers, which I can't really do
That's got him.
because of these ships clipping into each other. No? No? Yep, nope, can't. Yeah, let's just let the Golan target what it's going to target, I guess, on this mist. Look at that fighter bay again. Okay, so now we kind of have the fighter advantage. We've almost destroyed one of their mists. We still have a couple of point defense ships, although that Nebulon B is not going to last long. Oh, yep, it's gone. Well, so it goes. CR-90, get in there. Defend against those bombers. And, yep, there's one mist about to be down. Now the question is, who is going to win between this Golan and this remaining mist? It's at 2/3 shields or so. We have a squadron of bombers. You guys need you to very deliberately target that mist carrier, and it looks like we've lost our last CR-90, and I don't think we get another one. X-Wings, oh yep, and we lost X-Wings. They've still got bombers. It's not looking like they're wanting to retreat. Yep, I think... Wait! Oh my gosh, so we lost the shipyard, kept the Golan, defeated the fleet in that auto-resolve. Fascinating. Okay, well that was kind of an interesting little small fleet battle there. We can build a Golan too, might as well do that, and let's get our shipyard back as well. Okay, now for a quick ground invasion of Honoghr. What do they got on the ground? They have a lot of infantry, so that's going to be really good for Luke. They have an IDT, but we have T-47s to go after that with, and then they have an AT-AT, but just an AT-AT by itself doesn't super concern me. Let's grab this army, which is very large, probably a little too large. Mon Mothma has won the New Republic elections. I'm going to grab Sov and keep him parked over Honoghr because he should be able to do both bombing runs and orbital bombardments. And then we'll drop Luke in first. Again, want to deal with this infantry as quickly as we can. And a Jedi with a lightsaber is going to be the best way to do that. Okay, go ahead and begin. Oh, and what luck, there's a credit facility, like a mining facility here on the map, so that's cool. There's another one down here too. Ooh, and I have transports. We're going to use those.
Ready for action.
Okay, so Luke, I'm going to have you run up and just go for that next command post. That is 4, so that'll get us to 9 out of 10 reinforcements. That's not bad. That is enough that I would feel really good just pushing up. And let's get our infantry loaded into there. Oh, and they've got speeder bikes, which I don't love. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Get the command post, and then we got the command post. Whew, what luck. AACs come in, free runners come in. Luke, go invisible and back up. Maybe you can come capture this for us. And you, kind of a, wait, did I lose one? Actually, no. Okay. Transports. You guys are going to run clear over here, and I want you to destroy the hypervelocity gun and capture the money that's there, because more money is good.
Transmit the order.
Pro tip, pro gamer tip, in games like this, the more money you have, the better off you will be. Let's bring in some AECs to deal with these annoying speeder bikes. And then we'll bring, oh, there's their IDT. We do have some anti-air hover tanks. Let's bring those in, and then let's bring in our T-47s. Handy dandy T-47s here. Probably going to lose some free runners in this initial drop. Luke, you can run back in, and I want you to deal with the infantry there. You will have captured this little factory, which looks like has some ATPTs in it, and these guys are going to be capturing the money very soon. Meanwhile, our transports are going in. They've got a lot of infantry down there. Wow, and found the AT-ATs. Okay, so new plan. This transport we're going to send back here with this infantry because I don't think we can hold this, and we're going to send these guys on, admittedly kind of a suicide mission. Not just kind of, like, admittedly 100% a suicide mission. But if we can get that money, that'll help fund our buildup of this planet, which is a nice thing to do. We've lost one free runner, as expected. Luke, though, is in here slicing and dicing.
I've lost R2.
And also getting sliced and diced. Wow, that IDT is really problematic. Run away, run away, run away. Oh, come on, keep running.
I'll help any way I can.
Ooh, wow, that was so close. That was insane. That was actually insane. Oh, if someone had breathed on Luke at that point, we would have lost him. That is crazy. Man, the Empire coming out swinging on this fight. Those anti-air tanks, though, getting work done. Didn't quite kill that IDT, but we now have some T-47s that we can send in to chase it down, and I'm just going to send them straight in. Gotta chase those guys down. Luke, you just stay there. In fact, let's bring in our healers, our infantry healers, to get you healed up a little bit better. I also notice with some dismay that I am very
Close to me.
heavy on the light vehicles, which is not ideal. I generally like to be rocking a few more heavier vehicles. It's just kind of how it shook out, though. Wanting to bring in stuff that could respond quickly, maneuver quickly, and deal with very specific targets like the speeder bikes or the IDTs. What do I bring in next? Probably, because I've got this AT-AT just chilling down there. Probably need some heavy tanks. So let's send these guys in here. And then this formation of troops is going to be fine. Let's send you up. Luke, need you to stay with these Healy boys, these SRV-1s. I rarely use these, but I really should. I generally like tending. I tend a lot in space. Tend to tend a little bit less on the ground. In ground battles and such. These transports back. Those units being destroyed are, oh, yep, our T-47s. Looks like I probably flew them into an anti-aircraft turret. Yep, there it is. Well, my bad. Sorry. Chaotic battle. Lots going on here. Let's go ahead and move everyone up. And Luke, you are fully good to move up as well. Got ATPTs here as well, which is cool. Just captured ATPTs. And yeah, this transport, this Gallifrey, can just park over here and maintain watch on that landing zone for us. I am not liking how that AT-AT is doing whatever it wants to our light tanks here. So I'm going to move them all back as fast as I can. And then let's get some artillery here.
Skywalker here.
Luke, you can go ahead and move up. I want to get our light tanks up and out of this choke point before that AT-AT does too much more damage to them. Looks like we're going to be successful. I don't think we're going to lose too much in this bottleneck. And then these guys can start working on that AT-AT to get the free runner back. Yeah, light tanks, you guys are going to be fine. Just fine. Luke, where did you go? I will send you into the base. And there we go.
Yes, sir.
Let's have our artillery deploy, and then, let's see, I'm kind of losing track of what's going on here just because it's so chaotic and a little bit stressful. Got things on my mind, you know? These are actually all hover tanks. I'm going to send them up the back here, and they'll get into the base that way.
Where do you need me?
And then Luke is working on that anti-aircraft turret, which is not the most critical thing he could be doing right now, but also isn't useless. And oh my gosh, they still have a cheeky little IDT in there. Don't like that. Send our last remaining T-47 in to harass it, and then we've got a good amount of these anti-air tanks, these T-1Bs, which are allegedly designated anti-air. Luke, get up here. I want you to start working on this anti-vehicle turret. We'll have our, let's see, we'll have our artillery start dropping and rounds on this anti-vehicle turret as well. Meanwhile, this infantry and heavy tanks needs to start moving up. I should have done that sooner and faster. And T-1Bs really need you to pull your rating against this IDT, and we got it. Excellent. These ATPTs, which were free, playing with house money with those ATPTs there, so good for us. ATPTs walking into some infantry, which honestly is exactly what you want your ATPTs to be walking into. because they are designated anti-infantry, and they have point defense too, which is pretty cool. Cover tanks are shooting uselessly into the side of the hill, which is a fun feature that sometimes happens in Empire at War. So just gotta manage the terrain, move around here, get them up parked on top of the hill, and then they should be able to hit both of these targets, this repair pad, that squad of infantry, and the capital building here. And then we got this set of dudes down here. Luke, you can move on down as well. Heavy tanks move up, and let's get these tenders moved back. Luke, meanwhile, is just going to buzzsaw through these guys up front here. And we've lost our last T-47, which was to be expected. We took out the planetary capital, though. Let's send our lighter tanks to start working on that barracks, and then we can bring in another set of units. Let's choose, I think some cloud cars, actually. Let's see how those do. Let's see what those are about. Infantry take cover. Infantry tenders get up there and tend the infantry. And then heavy tanks can deal with this Firehawk. Heavy tanks also deal with the anti-vehicle turret, please. We'll get our lighter tanks down here. Artillery, there's no reason for you to come up that close to this fight. Go ahead and deploy where you are. And then we need to move, as far as I understand it, south towards this command post. So, let's see, we've got these cloud cars. How are they armed? They have a heavy anti-infantry blaster cannon, and they are anti-aircraft, so they're going to be accurate against aircraft. Not ideal. I would prefer for these to be anti-vehicle, but that's just more of what we need in this battle right now, is more anti-vehicle capability. Although apparently not, because they are retreating. So that's great. Successful Battle of Honoghr in the books. We lost the T-47s, but we have gained a planet. And that really is what it's all about. So I'm going to go ahead and call it there, actually. Probably a little bit of a shorter episode today, but I think we've done some good things here. We've also got, let's see, yeah, Regab's fleet is almost completely complete. I'm thinking while we're here, let's go ahead and get one more MC-80B, and this will just be the Mon Cal fleet, right? Like that's going to be the whole point of this fleet, why it exists, is just to be defensive Mon Calamari. It makes sense for us to use the cheap Mon Calamari ships on it. Down here at Sullust, let's queue up maybe a couple more Dauntlesses, and then we'll have a nice little auxiliary fleet. I'll throw a couple of Corvettes in there, but really the main goal for next episode, I think, is going to be pushing up. We need to take Slayharon, Bimisari, Clatoine, Delacrix, so that we can get into Delacrix. Actually, you know what?
Hiring.
Give me a spy. Give me a spy, and then let's move Sav down to Nar Shaddaa with his fleet.
Dauntless heavy cruiser reporting.
And the reason I'm thinking... Ooh, maybe I'm not going to cut the episode here. Hold on. We have stealthy Jedi, like Luke Skywalker and Kyle Katarn. And if we could conquer Delacrix without having to get through 4 planets between us and it, that might be kind of nice.
Where am I needed?
So we've got this Bothan spy.
Certainly.
Construction complete.
It looks like they don't have much in space. Oh, and never mind, they have a ton in space, including Super Star Destroyer. Okay, well, let's see what they have on the ground. They have 3 structures, so it's not fully built up on ground.
Reporting for duty, sir.
Oh boy, this could be good. This could be good. Okay, so they have vehicles, but we have Jedi,
Mission log
and
updated.
more important, we have a ton of money. We also have a mission to build a Golden 2 space colony. We need one. We get 3 Storm Cloud Car wings. So I can do that on a planet that I'm thinking of double taxing, actually. And building up to the point that we can double tax it. Naboo, perhaps? Might be a good spot for it. We have not much built up there, but we're almost filled out on ground. Let's get a Golden Space colony on Naboo. And then... Ooh, do we try it? Well, we'll save it for next episode, guys. Join me next episode, and we will try our super sneaky, super sketchy, pretty risky, because this is Jedi going up against largely vehicles, and especially these AT-AAs are pretty good against infantry and shooting Jedi, so it's going to be a little bit risky. We're going to have to play it really carefully. Greater Maldrude faction has a lot of vehicles and a lot of fast-moving anti-infantry vehicles, which is going to be murder on our Jedi. So we'll try it very carefully, but that'll have to wait to next episode. Join me then. Until then, see ya. Have a good one.